Greetings, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to be looking at conflict. Maishu, arigatou gozaimasu, and welcome back to the 11th year of the Leadership Japan series. And I'm your host in Tokyo, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and three-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. My new book, Stop Wasting Money on Training in Japanese, is Training de Okane o Muru ni suru no wa yamimashou. And all of my books are available on Amazon. This podcast brings insights, examples, and experience about leading in Japan. Trust me, it is different here. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentation Japan series. And every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oishia Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcasto Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. This is episode number 534, and today we're talking about dealing with conflict within the team. Japan is excellent at being two-faced. In the West, this has a pejorative air, but in Japan, this is how harmony can be maintained and everyone plays their part in keeping the public and private faces far apart. This means that a typical Western approach of getting the two warring individuals into a room and thrashing out a solution usually doesn't get very far. In that mediated meeting, no one talks. And they certainly won't publicly voice their opinion of the other person or flag the issue of their disgruntlement. Japanese society has learnt that some things are better not surfaced because they can lead to an explosion from which there may be no backing out. Bringing things to a head could go nuclear, and better to let the problem drift along. Keep the issue underground and everyone will smile on the surface through gritted teeth and maintain a facade of teamwork on the surface, diligently applying two faces to the problem. The issue, though, is the problem never goes away. We have individuals who don't want to cooperate with each other, and this makes teamwork especially hard to achieve. They may choose to look the other way, but the boss doesn't have that option. The warring individuals cast a negative influence over the team, and two camps can quickly arise, making the issue broader than just two people who don't like each other. Left to its own devices, this conflict can become inflamed and a rift can be created within the team. As the boss, you have to take action. What action should you take? Talking to them together isn't a formula for success in Japan, so private, individual, one-on-one conversations are required. Yes, this elongates the perceived time investment, but actually it saves time. Trying to wrangle them together at once will suck up a lot of time and build immense boss frustration and ultimately lead to no workable solution. Meeting privately allows more frank talk, especially from the boss. If the leader says something tough in the meeting when they are together, then one side will feel they are being picked on and the boss is favouring the other side, whether that is the case or not. That is certainly what they will tell the rest of the team. In that private conversation, the boss can draw some red lines which they must not cross. Very strong behaviour boundaries can be articulated and made clear to the individuals. This is a delicate path to traverse, though, because the risk is that one of them will quit and will have to waste a lot of time and treasure to replace them. Going too hard could even see them both quit. That does eliminate the issue, but just raises others around finding replacements and spending a year to educate the newcomers and get them up to speed. If we go too soft, nothing changes. So where is the magic demarcation line? We really have to know the individuals as to how far we can push each one before they crack. In this type of situation, we usually have to push it fairly hard to get them to work together and not destroy the organization. This is especially the case if it is a small company, but generally, even in large corporations, the section sizes are not that large, so the same problems remain. Find out more when we come back from the break. Today's show is brought to you by our public courses, but we also are doing custom in-house programs. We do these in both Japanese and English. We do them face-to-face in our super safe classroom, and we do them live online. The show today is being brought to you by, on September 26 and 27, our High Impact Presentations training. This one will be in English. I'll be teaching this one. In October, on the 12th and 13th, we'll do the High Impact Presentations again, this time in Japanese. And on the 13th of October, we'll do our Dale Carnegie course. We'll do the online version. Go to our website at www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, which in Japanese is Zaegyo. This is the Bible for selling in Japan. Japan Business Mastery, Japan Presentations Mastery, plus Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muru ni Sunu wa Yamimashou, and all are available on Amazon. If you like learning by watching videos, we have nearly 2,000 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show on Japan every Monday, Tokyo time. Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show, and on Saturdays, we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from small, medium enterprises all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. You can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. The two-faced nature of Japanese society is an advantage in this regard. Holding two opposing positions, one public and one heartfelt, is easier for Japanese people, maybe, compared to Westerners who say things like, "It is my right to speak up and speak my mind," and then drill everyone about their position, why they are correct and the other person is wrong, wrong, wrong. What we are looking for in Japan is to keep the feud private and not bring it into the open, inflaming the situation, or have them start recruiting supporters into a war between factions. If those supporters start to assemble, then we have to have a word with them too, telling them to butt out of it and to not get involved in any factionalism within the organization. The main protagonists, we need to get them focused on what they can control. We need to get them organized to do their work. We need them to cooperate with the other person through gritted teeth if necessary. We want no public voicing of their unhappiness with the other person, as if for them to keep a lid on how they feel. If one of the two cannot follow the rules you've set down for cooperation and teamwork, then they have to go. It's going to be a big pain to replace them, but if they don't play ball, then they have no place in the team. If there is one you'd prefer to keep, then maybe the other one has to go instead, but one will definitely have to leave. None of this is ideal, but trying to keep people together and strike a balance in the team is what the boss has to figure out. And there are no good roadmaps for this type of thing in Japan. Be very clear with both of them about what you won't accept. However, don't expect they will come to a healthy resolution just because you have an interest in having them work together harmoniously. As the boss, you'll need to monitor the situation constantly for deviations from the behavior guideline you set down. These will need correcting immediately. So, don't hesitate once you perceive the problem. Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan series. If you found the program useful, then tell your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. You can contact me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Our website is www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. Until the next episode, take what you thought valuable, put it into action, because idea application is what makes winners winners. So be one of them. Remember, I'm in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.